Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. I actually made this video last night uh, while I was waiting for my daughter to get out of the ball game. But sitting outside, even though I thought I had enough light, I didn't. So today is January the 31st, 2020. And the video that I made was something that I had talked to my daughter Gracie about yesterday morning. Uh, I guess things I'd been thinking about. Let's see. I talked about greed. I talked about on the video last night that I didn't post because, like I said, it was too dark. About greed, about how we as a society, as a people, as human beings, even, or better term, just as human beings, we have been taught. It seems like, and especially more and more these days, that you need to have the best. You need to strive to get the most or the biggest or whatever society is telling us. We continue to strive to just to have the most. You know, thinking about that, I just wonder if we're looking at the wrong thing. Um, I had a conversation with a friend of mine. It's been a while back. Good friend of mine, close friend of mine, and we were talking, and he tells me these things. He tells me all these things. As we're riding down the road, and listening to him because he is a close and dear friend of mine. I'm concerned with him. I'm concerned about his well being and that kind of thing. And he has nice things. He does. He has really nice things. And just talking with him, I realized that he wants better. He wants newer. He wants better. And I don't think that's necessarily wrong in the right. I don't know. If something it doesn't work, I can see replacing it. But when you have something really nice and you just want newer just because it's newer, uh, it, that's the greed that I think I was trying to talk about last night. I stopped in our conversation and I just asked him, "What makes you happy?" I was listening to him, and just I was hearing what he was saying, but what makes you happy? Does does this item make you happy? Does that item make you happy? Uh, you know, that was my question. And speaking to my daughter, telling her, a little bit about this as we were talking, um, you know, I told her that me and my wife, we're in a little house. We have a little two-bedroom, one bathroom house. It's a little over 900 square feet for four people. And yeah, it would be great if it was a bigger house, but we're okay. As you can see from the clutter behind me, uh, you know, it's a small house, but that's okay. And 15, 20 years ago, we looked at adding on. We looked at buying a new house. You know, we looked at different things. Um, Used to, I wanted, you know, I'd love to have a new truck, or honestly, I don't know if it's just getting older or I'm just that sorry. I don't see that as a necessity anymore. You know, I'm happy. I know a lot of that comes from the Lord. I know that. A contentment. And I know that people that have don't know that like I do, they won't understand. And that's okay right now. They can, you know, I just pray that they have an opportunity. But yeah, it's just a contentment. You know, I like to tinker with the things that I have. You know, I think I've mentioned that I like car stereo and trucks and things like that. But everything I got right now is broke down. But it's okay. You know, I don't need new. I got to get some things taken care of. I got to get some things fixed, and that's going to be okay. And then when they are fixed, I'll be content with that. You know, and the things that I enjoy. I'm working on a little building a car stereo, you know, a stereo in my truck. I'm not spending a lot of money. The things that I have bought are very inexpensive. That's okay. Yeah, I don't need $10,000 speakers. You know, so that's what I'm saying. I don't. You know, do you kill yourself to have the nicest, the newest, the best, or is it okay just to settle and say, hey, that's good enough, and I'm happy with this. That's what I wonder. You know, what makes you happy? You know, finding that thing that makes you happy. Um, and is the rat race to have the nicest things? Is that really that important? I just don't know. I just don't know. So, you know, I think the old saying is very, very true. The one that dies with the most toys, he still dies. Toys mean nothing. So, really think about what makes you happy. You know, find that contentment in life. It may be just to slow down a little bit, to realize what that is. Realize that the things that get us all tore out of shape, probably not that important. They say, I did hear this the other day, they said that the things that we worry about, only like 10% of them actually come to pass. You know, so we worry about things that really mean nothing. So it's just a good thing to think. Find out what makes you happy. That contentment will take you a long way. You know, are you content with where you're at? You know, and if you're not in a good place, don't be content. You know, get to the place where you can be content. But look at the things you're stepping over to find that contentment. You know, it's a fine line, I think. So, well, like I say, my video last night was way too dark, so I just deleted it. I figured I'd come in and talk to you guys today. Um, just food for thought, I guess. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Subscribe, like, comment. You know, a lot of people do not agree with some of the things and the way I think, and that's okay. You know, I'm okay with that. You know, feel free to comment in the below or however you do that on YouTube. Comment, and that's okay. I'll try to look at everything, any comments, but hopefully, hopefully we can talk about something else a little later. Guys, have a great day. God bless.